Yikes. Yeah, that's crazy, man. But you personally, right? How do you think people view Puffy right now with everything coming out?
Well, my perception of the public opinion is that right now, I believe not only that I wouldn't say people hate him, people just think that he's probably one of the nastiest MFs that ever was in the industry. Ever. Ever, bruh. Some of the stuff that these guys are hearing that he's doing, I know they turn in their head that they was hugged up, kissing them all on the cheek. They kissing each other on the cheek and everything like that. I know these guys who used to probably party with him. You know what I'm saying? Uh, they feel disgusted because now, if you did an after party with Diddy, they know it's a possibility that you could have had another man energy on you. And I ain't talking about no energy drink. You could have had another man energy all on you. So now they looking funny, man. And then now with the fact that, what he did to women and how he did women, which is disgusting. I don't know any pimp that I've known back in the past that did some of the stuff that he did. Dude was violent, bro. And I don't know if it was because that he hate women or he loved women. It's something that he really need to get some psychological help behind. But the public, he could never be in the public eye again, bro. He better go to Bali with Russell Simmons whenever he get out of jail. Because he could never come back from this, bro. Not at all. So guys are looking mad funny in the face now after all the stuff that this guy done did over the years. And people been partying with him. And people been, going on trips, this, that, and other stuff. I even get the same thing, Mighty. People look at me like, yo, I don't believe he stayed clean. I don't believe he did this. He did something like, listen to me. Because I'm the one who choose to come out with the information and let people know what he was doing to the people around us. You understand? I'm not the only one that know this information. You understand? There were other officers there. You understand? And they didn't jeopardize their job like I didn't jeopardize my job. You understand? You do some things for the sake of security. You understand? But you don't jeopardize your job where you see somebody beating a woman and you don't step in and do nothing or say nothing or stop it. It just don't happen. When you respect who you are, you respect women, and you respect what you do for a living. Because I'm bodyguarding him, I might have to protect other people from him if I see him doing something that's stupid like that. That's my job. Not to allow you to get yourself in trouble or me. So when the people don't believe that I was that stand-up dude that didn't have a problem with checking him, see, they don't know the whole story, Mighty. They don't know that they offered me to be a bad boy security, a personnel, a bodyguard, and tried to say, yo, here goes $75,000 a year. I was making that doing part-time work with him. You got to be out your mind. I was a state parole officer. Base pay $89,000 with benefits. You got to be out your mind. I work for Elite Investigation, running 3 housing complex. 3 days out the week. I was bringing home $800 from there a week. All I did had to go was go do time cards and check in, do a couple of run up the elevators a couple of times, go down the stairways. I was all right. people just want to believe what they want to believe. It's not one of those victims on this court case or any court case that's going to ever say, and if they say it, it's going to be a lie. And I'm going to fight it all the way. Because I know it'd be a lie. That ain't my forte. I don't do freak offs, freak ins, freak outs, none of that. I did the freak Nick, but that's a whole nother story back in the day. Bro, listen, he wasn't doing that shit. See, he had stages in his life that certain people was around him. Puff, you understand? The early 90s, 89 to the early 90s. When Big came around, Puff Daddy. Daddy's House. After Big's death, Diddy. Diddy was around for a while. A little bit before Craig Mack them, Brother Love. After the death of Craig Mack and Black Rob, Love. He had 5 different personalities inside him, 5 different times. He was doing a lot of different things, bro. But when we had him, he wasn't that diabolical, and he didn't show us that. He was doing some crazy shit. You understand? He wasn't listening. He didn't listen about the big shit. He didn't listen about the city college shit. He did some crazy shit. But he wasn't doing that freak off shit around us, man. Not at all. Not around the same gang. I don't know of any time that he did it in any of the parties at Hamptons that I was in. Old boy got drunk on power. Then he got high on his own supply. Be it the Sakak, be it the cocaine, the pills, the mollies. You talking about a kid that he wasn't doing that shit when he was younger, brother. You understand? I never saw Puff smoke weed, other than he took a hit one time we was in D.C. And then that's when he gave up his gold card and everybody got clothes and shit. Big convinced him to get everybody clothes. Me and D-Rock, it was our birthday. His was the 17th, mine was the 16th. And we got like 5 outfits, 5 different wears. And everybody else got one. And that was because I guess Diddy took us shopping then. Well, Puff took us shopping because he wasn't Diddy then. But my whole thing about it is that that's the first time I ever seen him smoke some weed. He wasn't doing all that shit. And now you see him in the clubs on Instagram or YouTube smoking weed, smoking cigarettes. People talking about he doing pink cocaine, licking frog toads and shit like that. All kinds of shit, bro. It was the drugs, man, that put him out there like that. It was the drugs.
Sad, man. You heard how Trump he spoke on giving Puffy a pardon? You heard what he said about it?
He still would have, if he pardoned Diddy, far as I know, he would still have to go through the process. I don't think Trump is just going to send the marshals or the Department of Justice chief them over there to the fucking jail. Yo, get Diddy out. And when he had friends that went to jail, remember he had friends that went to jail who worked for him, who did some shit. What did he do? They went through the same process that every person go through in giving a pardon. And that might take a year, that may take 2 years. But he's going to have to go through the process first because I don't think Trump is going to show him any special favors for him not going through the process. So if Trump said that he may pardon him, he might still have to do a year, 9 months, or even longer than that. And I don't believe he is. I think 50 going to be right there in his ear. And I think 50 is closer than Trump than Diddy is. You know, if that's the president and he want to use his power to pardon Diddy, you understand? As long as he do his due process and go through where he's supposed to go to, I don't have no problem with that. Do I want him out? Nah, I don't give a shit. But I think that he should do the time he's supposed to do, whatever that might be.